So what a sweet reward. So in exchange for one of our items, in this case the shovel, we get the most powerful weapon in the game, the Boomerang, and I clicked the wrong button. Again. Now, normally it's supposed to be one hit, or at least in the original version it was one hit. It killed everything, absolutely everything in one hit. But I guess they might have changed it a little to stun instead, so that way it's not too overpowered. But as you can see, they can also retrieve items, which is pretty cool. So, but then again, that's been the Boomerang's ability the entire time. In every game it's been in, it's always been able to do that. But anyway, so without wasting any more time, let's start heading towards our destination. But I want to make a stop first, because I have missed a couple things that I couldn't get, unfortunately, because I didn't have my hook shot yet. But of course, now since I have the hook shot, it's the right time to be able to go get it. There's still one more thing that I left at the castle, and this is my, I want to say my third time returning to the castle. But yeah, so because of my hook shot, I was able to reach this right here. And as you can see with the seashell sensor, there's a seashell hidden down here. Just sitting there in a treasure chest. In this very, very small cave. If you can call it a cave. But yeah, so now I'm going to have to go around because there's actually no way out the other way, so. But yeah, that's that. So I think that should conclude my final return to this castle. I don't know if I'm gonna ever need to return. I think I got everything that I need from here. I got the leaves, obviously. I got the seashells, the heart pieces. The only thing I would need to return to this area for is, of course, the Seashell Mansion. Speaking of which, how many do I have now? 35. Oh, okay. No, yeah, that's quite a lot already, so. Alright, so the next thing I need to do is return to Animal Village, actually. Because there is, or wait. No, you know what, I'll just walk there. Because there is a heart piece that I couldn't get, and I actually was rewatching one of the previous episodes, only to realize that I actually missed a heart piece that I couldn't get because I didn't have the hook shot at the time. So yeah, and that's not the only one. There's gonna be others out there, and I have to take a look again to see if there's anything that I had glossed over or just couldn't get because I didn't have the item necessary for it. So that to me is something nice, because you know it gives a reason to return to areas so that you can get the items. Pretty much, that's it. Or I guess you could say new ways to explore, probably, but yeah, so. And I'll use one of my 60 bombs, as if 60 isn't enough bombs already. Alright, and then I just have to go back around to use my hook shot. Oh, I almost fell again, because I was using I pressed the wrong button. But yeah, so there's a heart piece, and I think that's because I remember I checked right then and there, it was our second heart piece, yeah. So I think that's about it. So the next thing is that it wanted me to go to the shrine. Now where's the shrine? It's near here. So I don't have to fast travel or anything like that, but you know, it's nearby, so easy to access. Or I lied, it's not exactly easy to access. Oh boy. I use the phone booth to pinpoint exactly where it is, just so you guys know. Exactly, see? It's right next to Animal Village, or right north, so it's like, it's right here. This is where it is. So this patch of land that I still haven't even crossed. Wait a minute. Have I not been to this area already? Oh, look at that. And here I thought I explored most of the island already. I mean, I know the shrine area I haven't been to, but yeah. Other than that, well. There are two shrines, one to the north and the other to the south. First, head south, where ancient ruins speak of the windfish. You will learn much there. You're the boss, Mr. Owl. So, yep, so I gotta head south. So we got two shrines. So it isn't just shrine, it's shrines. And, whoa, sweet, I was able to throw the rock over the rock and hit the enemy. That's perfect. I'm gonna re-equip my Boomerang. And you know, I know the shovel has had some really good has had some actual like importance, because you know I've been using it to get seashells and such, but I don't really think we have at this point many seashells that we need to get with a shovel. So I don't. So that's why I'm just like, you know, maybe it's just not necessary. Actually, there was one nearby I missed somewhere here. Oh. Uh-oh. And there's a fairy right there, but I don't need it because I have full health. But yeah, so it should be around here somewhere. I think it should be under that rock there. Yep. So yeah. See, and usually at around this point, they're gonna just be under rocks, or you know, you have to run into something to get it, or do something else for it. I think the whole digging part was mostly towards the beginning, so should be fine. And I got an arrow for that. So yeah, as you could see, look at what that boomerang did to that statue. It clobbered it in 2 shots. One if you don't count the stunning, but yeah, it clobbered it in just 2 shots. So I'm telling you, this is the most powerful weapon in the game, no doubt about it. But yeah, so we got a whole area here filled with statues. You gotta go somewhere though. Right here. So by touching the statues, you actually bring them to life, and then they come after you, which is... I can lift it. Oh, cool. But yeah, I didn't really need to lift it because, you know, I could just stun them and then take them out like that, you know, but still think that's a pretty cool feature. I don't think I've ever tried that in the original. Probably because I didn't have the power gauntlet equipped when yeah, so if you don't know already, you would have to have every item equipped into your item slot to be able to use it. So it's not like this game where you already have it equipped and then you could just lift things up. Nope, that's not how it works. But then again, it made sense because the Game Boy had only 2 buttons. So, you know, to be able to use 2 items and then everything else, yeah, it's a mess. So. But it's not a bad game by any means. Never at any point was it a bad game. But this boomerang, God, it's so powerful. Right. So here we're in the South Shrine. Now, this is not actually a dungeon, but it's got its own mini-boss, which we have to beat. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I found this guy a bit honestly confusing in my opinion, because the strategy for him was very odd. So obviously you can't be on the ground when he hits the ground because the shock is gonna take you out. So definitely have the Rock's Feather equipped for this one. And I was thinking that the Boomerang was actually gonna do something, but it doesn't actually do anything. I think the bow and arrow does, but I don't know, because I didn't have the bow and arrow at that moment when I was fighting him, because the bow and arrow is expensive. But yeah, so I think you have to hit him in the side. Oh yeah, okay, so the Boomerang does work, but see, if you don't have the bow, I'm sorry, the Boomerang, the bow and arrow does work, but if you don't have it, because you probably never had enough rupees to get it, because it's so expensive again, there's actually another strategy you could use against him. So when he goes down, you have to get him at the right moment. So yeah, don't be on the ground when he lands. Okay. You can actually charge into him as a means to hurt him, but honestly it's so difficult because his recovery time is so quick, unlike in the Game Boy version. But at the same time, the Game Boy version was tougher because, you know, you had to constantly switch back and forth between the Rock's Feather and the Pegasus Boots, because again, they're separate items. And you can't hit him from the front, you have to hit him from the side. So yeah, you could definitely hurt him with the combination of the Pegasus Boots and the sword, because you charge into him. But unfortunately, it's a lot tougher to do it in this game, because I guess his recovery time is, he's got a lot more recovery. He's got a lot less recovery time in this game. So I highly recommend just getting the bow and arrow, but try not to waste all of it. I guess that's why they actually give you the arrows outside statues. But yeah, it's a little difficult when he's constantly turning so quickly. Wow, I've only hit him once. I don't know how. Look at that. I think I keep hitting towards his shield. Yeah. Look at that. There we go. So now he broke his shield, so I think in 2 hits. I think that's probably why they increased his recovery time. So that way, I'm sorry, they decreased his recovery time, so you don't take him out so quickly. Look at that, and only in 4 hits actually. It took a lot longer than it really needed to be, and we got a key. So that looks like the key for the next dungeon, the face key. Wow, okay, that's an odd name, but yeah. So yeah, it's pretty much it. He was a relatively simple boss. I think they made him slightly easier, but at the same time they had to balance him out by decreasing his recovery time, so it was actually a lot harder to hit him as a result. But what is this? It looks like a big whale. To the finder, the Isle of Koholint is but an illusion. What? Human, monster, sea, sky? A scene on the lid of a sleeper's eye. Awake the dreamer, and Koholint will vanish much like a bubble on a needle. No way. Castaway, you should know the truth. What? Illusion? Did Link speak? I think he just spoke there. But yes, guys, so that is actually the big plot twist of the game. The music makes it a little dramatic, my voice doesn't really. But yeah, that is the big plot twist of the game. So it turns out the entire island, everything on it, monsters, dungeons, locations, everything, all the citizens, which includes our good friend Marin, are all part of the Windfish's dream. So the minute we wake the Windfish, the entire island will vanish. Now that is, of course, for those who haven't played the game already, because for those who have, of course, you should already know that, but for those who haven't, yes, that is in actuality the truth. So that's actually kind of dark, you know, because our journey pretty much is to wake the windfish and make the island disappear as a result. And the owl knows because he's on that mural actually, and he's been guiding us to do it the entire time. Trust your feelings. Someday you will discover the answer. I mean, that's pretty much it. But so there's no answer to really discover. But yeah, so eventually, in the end, we're gonna have to say goodbye to our good friends. It sucks, but Link, in fact, doesn't actually belong here. He belongs in Hyrule. Which makes me wonder, and I wanna think about this. Could this possibly lead to maybe remakes of the Oracle series? I mean, they weren't, say, as much in need of a remake as Link's Awakening was, but wouldn't that be awesome? Like, you know, what am I trying to say? Yeah, you know, you remake that whole series right there. They all revolve around the same Link, or at least they originally were. And you know, you definitely can make a remake in this style again. You don't have to do the two parts, you could just call it the Oracle Duology or something like that. Put them together in a package. And I think that would just be too cool and stuff like that, you know? That would just be awesome. That's a serious moneymaker right there. Because compared to Link's Awakening, I doubt as many people have experienced the Oracle game, Oracle Seasons, Oracle of Ages. Maybe some have only experienced one. So, that would definitely be something. I would highly recommend doing that. But yeah, so I think there's a seashell around here. Can't put my finger on where. Nearby somewhere, but... my seashell sensor is not exactly going off, so... I can't really say. Maybe over here? I'm just saying, I think it would obviously tell me if there is. You know what? I'll still be in the area, so I'll eventually return to see if I can find it. Yes, don't tell me if I have to dig it up, so that means I have to go actually all the way back to Toronto Shores just to go get the shovel and come back with the shovel to dig it up. Yeah, look at another owl statue. The windfish slumbers long, the hero's life gone. What does that mean? That does not sound good. Did he just perfectly timed his jump over my boomerang to dodge it? That was incredible. So, yep, we gotta travel around this makeshift maze here. Oh my god, do I hate that guy. Look at that double kill right there. They deserved it. We got a bombable spot here. Oh, and there's a keyhole over there. So I'll definitely go to that. That must be the shrine. Okay, so it's just a fairy fountain. Do I have full health? No, I'm missing a couple hearts, but you know what? I'll use the small fairy that was in there. I don't really need to. There we go. Alright. So, with the keyhole being over there, I need to actually make my way across. Not really a way to get up there, so I think it's over here. Or should be at least. Okay. I just revived them. I need my boomerang. There you go. There's your path right there. It's another one of those dark caves with the fish that are really annoying because you can't hit them when they're underwater, but they can hit you, which is the worst. And of course you need the hook shot, which makes great use of the previous dungeon's item. Using the previous dungeon's item to get to the next dungeon. And the key. And there you go. So here we are, the next dungeon.